So rivals stay mad at you because they can't stand what they don't understand. They can't stand that. Oh my goodness. It's like one of the worst things for them to recognize the fact that you actually know some stuff that is very helpful to not only them but a bunch of other people, and what you share is valid and they can't deny it. It's actually really sad because people like this be paying so much attention to who they say they don't like. So why are you paying so much attention then? If I see something I don't like, I'm not giving it no attention. You're not getting none of my attention because you're not important to me now. So why, like what? No, if I dislike you, you're not going to see me looking for you. You're not going to see me watching you. You're not going to see me responding to you. No. You're not going to get a comment from me of hate either. Those people that don't like you, like, how are they going to put all the energy into actually telling you that? If you listen, they don't use their time wisely, clearly. That's why they be stuck. Because they don't use their time wisely. How are you using your time to focus on someone that you don't like? That is pathetic. Very. Okay. And it's actually, I heard bewitching. Bewitching. It's like they have to do something to prove something to themselves. That's not true. They trying to poke at the bear. They're gonna get devoured in a second. They keep it up. Keep it up and get devoured if you want to. Okay? Because that's who they're messing with. They don't realize that you're a beast. They don't realize it. So they just play themselves over and over again. And then you keep telling it like it is. And you bold. They don't want you to be so bold. Because they don't know how to do that. That's scary. Don't do that. Because now I can't do it. Now you making me look bad. That's how they feel. You making me look bad because you like doing all this good stuff for everybody. And then I don't even have that much to do. And I can't even do it like how you do it. So now I don't even like you. People just really don't take the time to look at themselves and focus on themselves. It's not hard. It's really not. It's not hard to focus on yourself. And it's just that the rivals, they watch too hard. And they lose themselves while you're winning. So it's really like they're forfeiting in the game. They forfeit that. They take themselves out the game. So you don't even need to like try to do anything extra to counter what they're doing. You just doing your own thing counters what they're doing. It's like an automatic. So it doesn't really matter that they're your rival, because that doesn't concern someone like you. The only thing you need to know is the strategy. But when it comes to rivals, it's like the only thing that you want to look at is something that's going to cause you to, I want to say win, but it's more than that. Prevail. I want to say prevail. Prevail regardless of quick draws. Why quick draws? Quick draws. It's like, you know how something happens in your life where you have a plan, you know what you're going to do. You planned it all out and it's been planned for months. And then, why did my phone just get so dark? I don't know. But anyway, you have a plan that you planned for months. And then something happens and it throws you off because now you have to do something that's going to take away time from what you were already focused on doing. It's like a quick draw, like drawing you out of your focal point or away from your focus. A quick draw, quick draw. That just makes me think about a contingency plan. Learning how to respond to shortfalls quickly. Having things like in mind in a very short amount of time that you could do. But sometimes with situations like that, they could be so new that you might not have experience. So it makes you feel a little scrambly. So I feel like that's the only time that you want to pay attention to rivals, so that you could protect your mission. I feel like that's the only reason why you would look at rivals. But your rivals don't even know how to do that. They don't know how to look from that perspective, because they can't. They have trouble looking at things and being able to pick out what's most important. Like when you study, and you know how like people use a highlighter when they actually have a book to highlight important points that they might want to use to express or to support whatever they are thinking about or whatever they're doing research on. It's the same concept. Like there's so many people that they really think they're doing something by trying to find flaws in you and then talking about it and turning other people against you. But the people that they end up coercing in such a way, those people are weak-minded anyway. But the ones who have understanding, they're going to know what that is already, and they're not going to care, and they're going to find it ridiculous. So it doesn't matter what that group thinks of you, because they're not really doing anything of substance with whatever they feel like they've gathered off of you. It's like fake clout. And fake clout, and maybe some type of, I don't know, it's like an energetic gratification, or maybe even financial sometimes. But it really doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean much of anything. It's like really worthless. It's not worth anything. So it's like, what is really the point of considering it if it's not even worth anything, right? I feel like you're so intelligent. You see the attack before it comes. Because you plan, but you also think with a mind of diversity. I just heard a mind of diversity. Divergent. Let me look up divergent, because I just heard divergent in my mind. Un momento. Divergent. Differing from each other, or from a standard. Differing from each other. You uphold a certain standard in your life, and you believe in the standard that you have set, so much so that no one can knock you off of your square. No one could knock you off of your foundation, because it's too sturdy. You're so sturdy like that. It's reminding me of someone, you know when they flex and they just standing still on 2 feet, and someone's like trying to hit them, but they're still planted in that space. It's like you could stand still and still have resistance. You don't have to do all this moving and I heard shucking and jiving. You don't have to do all that. You just stand strong in your position. And I heard don't switch up, don't fold. But then I'm hearing switch up only if it's necessary, and that just gives me strategy. This is the problem. This is why they feel so intimidated by you, because no matter what is thrown at you, you still like, you just stand there. Still stand there talking the same talk, saying the same thing. You didn't change anything. You just like validated what you already said. Oh my goodness. They start glitching and tweaking like, damn it, it's not working. Tweak, tweak, tweak. Yeah, you're gonna keep tweaking. Their head's gonna start smoking. Smoke signals. They're gonna send out smoke signals. Because their wires are crossed. Their wires are crossed, X'd out. But they did that to themselves. And all you did was to continue to be you. You can't go wrong with that. All you did was continue to be you through the whole experience. And you stood there with the same energy, but a little elevated. You stood there with the same energy, but a little elevated. To show, and it just exemplifies the passion, because they want you to like veer off from what you said initially and now start talking different or something. But it's not that you speak different. It's just that you show that you uphold what was already said, and that you had a reason to say it. Like there's a reason behind, because some people are so like, I heard uncensored. Some people are so uncensored that they don't even take that time to understand what you're saying, or try to at least figure it out. Because when somebody says something, it doesn't mean that you're always going to understand from the jump. That's not necessarily true. However, why don't people ask questions to understand? So many people just want to like charge at a person with their false or flawed understanding of what they thought they knew about you. But they didn't know anything at all. They really didn't know anything at all. Because it's like what you said had nothing to do with their reaction towards you. They'll say something that's completely left field from what you said, and it's like we're not even in the same book. Forget the same page. See, this is the type of situations that you check in and walk away. You check in and just walk away, because you don't want to stay. It's so nonsensical that you can't stay in such a space for so long, because then it's going to take you away from the importance of the objective. Nobody has time for that. Like, that's a waste of time. And it's like certain people could be set before you to waste your time. Like, literally. That's crazy when you think about it, right? People could be set in place by low frequency energies to waste your time. But it's up to you to recognize when someone is set in place to stop you from living out your destiny. When you look at it like that, you start to pluck it real fast. You start to pluck them. Get out of my way. You're my way. You're my way. You're my way. When you see when someone is just trying to be in your way, and they're not trying to help you open a path, no. You're not getting none of my attention. Maybe you get a little bit when I just tell you what I want to say real quick and then be done, but no bueno. No bueno. You guys are too intellectually inapt or apt. You're too intellectually apt to fall for it like they want you to. I believe inapt means you can't, and apt means you can. Okay, so inapt means not suitable or appropriate in the circumstances. Okay, so they're inapt, but you're apt. Okay. And apt is appropriate or suitable in the circumstances. Right. So you know better. That's basically what it's saying. You're ready for it. They're not. But it's funny how those who are not ready, they do the most acting. They do the most talking and saying things. But they don't even know what they're saying. So it's like, yeah, it could be annoying, but it doesn't even deserve that much of your attention because you are too powerful to focus on the little things, the little people. And they just little people because they're acting like little people. They're acting real small. They're not acting big. And I'm not talking about weight. I'm talking about energy. I'm talking about energy. That tiny, inept energy cannot block you, phase you, stop you, or rock you. After you say what you have to say, they're going to feel like they got rocked. But it was energetically. Okay? You're going to knock them out the box real quick. I hear it knock, 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 knock them. You know that song? What's that? Slick Rick? That's old. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. But I just heard that in my mind. Yeah, so it's like you're apt to know what to do under such circumstances. So you know how to move in such a way that other people, they're not apt to it. Like they just don't know. They don't know. But they think they know. And then they don't even try to learn. But I don't know why they think they know if they really don't. Because they didn't do any, I don't know, I think it's just their environment. They don't have real friends to tell them. You know, when you have real people around you, they'll tell you like, wait, you should do it like this because I don't think that's right for you. I think you could do better than that. Like, you know, you could do better than that. I think it could be better. That's a true friend. That's someone who truly loves you. And I feel like the dynamics are so beautiful when it's like that because you know that the person is being real with you. You don't have to, and I'm not saying disrespectful because sometimes people say they being real, but they be being extra disrespectful. I'm not saying that. But I'm talking about someone who cares enough to tell you the things that you need to hear when you don't want to. That is love. And so many people want to be like coddled to the point where they're not allowing themselves to actually truly grow. Because once you become an adult, if you don't take ownership of your circumstances and your way of thinking, it's easy for you to always think that you're right, and then you don't have anybody to try to show you, or you might have someone to show you that you're not doing something right, or maybe you can't even tell because you just can't tell, right? My thing is that when you have someone around you that truly loves you and they tell you things because they want to see you do better and they know what they see in you. You know, some people, usually people that are coaches like me, when I coach you, I can see in you what you can't see in yourself. And so a coach could show you something about yourself that you didn't realize. And I think that's like the power of coaching, because a coach is going to tell you what you might not want to hear, but what you know you need. And so many people don't want to hear anything about them improving themselves, so they'll reject it, get mad at you, and might like curse you out. But for someone who's really willing to change and they want more for themselves and they're tired of living in such a broken mindset, they'll recognize, they'll be like, you know what, you're right. That's why I commend all of you that have booked a coaching call with me, because you all were ready. I think that shows readiness when you're willing to retain the lesson, the understanding, and you don't immediately get defensive. Because someone who knows they need help are going to be so open, and they're going to be like a sponge, and they're just going to want to listen to what you have to say. They're not going to talk that much. Maybe just a little bit through, you know, regular conversation, little converse. But when it comes to the real important stuff, the things that they came to listen to, and they just listen more than they speak, that is a good student. That is someone who wants to know, and that is someone who wants to change for the better. And that's why, you know, it's really good to have that type of dynamic. Like a great coach and a good student, because that good student is going to be a coach one day. A lot of times they already are, because there's certain aspects of their understanding that they have mastered, but some people just don't realize it yet. So for many of you, your rivals will never be able to become a coach, because the only thing that they're going to be able to teach is weakness. And how you going to teach weakness? That's crazy. But that's what these people do, and they think that they're so strong, and that's a complete lie. It's not true. So continue to be yourself. Continue to stand, I heard, on all fours. It's almost like saying, like, it's like it was that moment when I just said that it attached you to an animal spirit. What is your animal spirit? Look up your birthday and see what your animal spirit is. Okay? I forget what mine's are. What's my animal spirit? I know I have some spiritually, because they've come to me. But like, I've had spirits that come to me as apparitions, like animals. And I've had crows at one point come to my, not to my window, but to the cable wire. And it was two of them, and they was just rocking with each other. It was like two crows, and they was making their little noise, and it made me look because they were so loud. And I forgot what it said when I looked it up, but it was good, because a lot of people are afraid of crows, but I don't think that way. Meaning of two black, well, I'm gonna put spiritual meaning of two black crows. Okay, so two black crows is a symbolism of good luck, a positive change, or a message from the ancestors. There was this one like month where they came twice, and that never happened before, and I never see crows in this area, and it was just different. But they had came in the beginning of the month and in the end of the month. And it just felt like they were the same crows. And when I read that it was my ancestors the first time I looked it up, and I feel like it really was my ancestors. I haven't seen them since then, but it was last year. I think it was like springtime. I used to always, when I was younger, I used to always be also attracted to owls. I don't know, it was something about the owl that was intriguing to me. Let me look it up. But the thing is I never saw one in real life, though. Okay, so the spiritual symbolization of an owl is wisdom, intuition, insight, and the ability to see beyond the surface. Often acting as a messenger from the spiritual realm, encouraging you to listen to your inner voice and pay attention to hidden truths. Seeing an owl can signify a period of transformation or change in your life, with the potential for new beginnings and deeper understanding. I used to have an owl ring. I don't know where it's gone, but I liked it, and I used to wear it all the time. Now, let me just look up so you guys could do it too, so you can know what your spirit, or is it totem animal? Totem animal spirit for B-Day 8/24/88. Let's see. Okay, a lion. Okay, this, no, that's not right. Wait a minute. Not the lion. Even though I'm a Virgo Leo cusp, but it's not the lion. I think I saw a bear one time for me, and I know, wait, hold on, let me find myself. The Virgo, it's not showing me how I usually see it though. Because when I looked at it before, it showed me the animal. Where's the animal? Okay, yeah, it's showing me that I'm a dragon in the Chinese zodiac. I know that, but that's not what I'm looking for. It's just giving me a dragon again, but what was I looking at? Was I looking at like, let me see. I haven't looked at this in a little while. Let me look at the Native American one. I think maybe that's what I was looking at. Yeah, yes, that's what I was looking at. The bear totem, this is a certain, well, let me go back. Okay, it says bear birth totem from August 23rd to September 22nd, Northern Hemisphere. My stone is an amethyst. I am earth. Bear people think deeply about life and observe it with equal care. Though practical, bears love with a powerful heart and work hard to please their partner. On this turn of the medicine wheel's bears, on this turn of the medicine wheel, bear's lesson is to be less critical of self and others. Yeah. What else is over here? I see a beaver. He look all wet. The beaver, I don't know. I just want to say this one because it's next. So for whoever's birthday is between April 20th and May 20th, your Native American totem animal is a beaver. Beaver people are masters of strategy and unstoppable when working toward a goal. Though possessive, beavers treasure true love and mate for life. On this turn of the medicine wheel, beaver's lesson is to become more open-minded. So that is a message for whoever's birthday is between April 20th and May 20th. So be open-minded as possible. But this is a loyal person from what I'm seeing, like this, and from reading mine, I'm just a loving person. But I have to make sure that I keep in mind other people's feelings, and I found that out about not on an extreme, but on a respect type thing. Because if I allow myself to just completely be as raw as I could be, I would be too rough. So I have to chill and remember who I am so that I make sure that I only let the beast out when she needs to come out. I don't, because she could be a bit much. So I have to tame her, and I encourage all of you to do the same. So yeah, I think that's it for this reading. I don't even know how I ended up in animal totems. I flow. I just let the flow go. And it always feels so right to me. And I hope you guys have looked at your rivalry is different. Like people who choose to be your enemies and things like that, it's not worth it to give them so much attention, because it's wasting your good energy on individuals who they don't even really know themselves, and they're not even trying to. You can't even have like a civil conversation with people like this, because they don't want to. They really just want to attack you. They don't really have purpose, and the purpose is not valid. The purpose that they think is valid is not. So yeah, I am Mystic Alchemy. Thank you for being here. Always remember, the creator is in you and the magic is too, because you are magic. Much love to you. I'll see you in the next video.